So I just finished watching Smackdown this week, and Smackdown, well, you know what? It was really interesting. It's getting very interesting now. It's still kind of trash, but it's interesting. Now, what I mean by that, now this was something I was actually really shocked, and I didn't really think this was gonna happen, but this might have been actually a smart move for WWE maybe. And as you guys know, well, in the first beginning of SmackDown, Jey Uso gets injured and he gets hospitalized. And we don't know why, we don't know who did it. And it kind of makes the mystery of who did it and the drama. And of course, obviously, the first suspect we think of is, well, it's either Cody Homelander Rhodes or it's going to be, well, Jacob Fatu or, of course, the guilty one, Drew McIntyre. And it's pretty crazy because I think a lot of people were really upset that Jey Uso won the qualifier because I think it was eventually supposed to go to Bronson Reed, but of course Bronson Reed got injured, so they couldn't use him. They probably took a last minute thing for Jey Uso to win. So I don't think even Jey Uso wanted to win, to be honest. I think he just did it because obviously Triple H told him to. But I think this is actually a genius idea because I think it gets the haters or the people who hate Jey Uso happy, but it kind of creates a creative storyline on top of that. So it kind of worked out in its favor. Now, am I kind of happy that this happened? Now, obviously, he's not really injured, right? They obviously made a story. Am I happy that he's not in the Elimination Chamber? Yes and no. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I did like his run it back during mid-match. I really did. Like, hate him as much as you want, but I enjoyed those. They were fun. They were really, really fun. And I think, it got the crowd hype. It got me hyped. And to be fair, I get annoyed at Jey Uso wrestling sometimes with his botched spears and everything. But overall, I think this was a very smart move, surprisingly enough. And so that was kind of cool overall. And of course, it raised a lot of questions, created maybe more storylines. And of course, again, I think it made it pretty good for the most part. But anyways, back to Uncle Howdy Solo Sikoa. Wow, this match was kind of expected, but kind of not, I guess, if that makes sense. So Solo loses the match against Uncle Howdy, and you think Uncle Howdy has his lantern back, but of course the MFTs take it away from him. So we're just like, oh, okay, great. Well, now that's gone. So I guess he got it back. So it really didn't do much besides that. Oh, sorry. Besides that, we had our Randy Orton, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans and LA Knight entering the ring. Of course, nothing happened. But the Viper did the left-handed RKO on Evans before leaving everyone alone. It was a fight, and that's what happened pretty much. So I forgot to mention that. Didn't really care too much about it. I'm actually more interested in the women's Elimination Chamber, surprisingly enough, to be honest. But we'll get to that later. So Tiffany Stratton comes out and defeats Kyrie. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out Tiffany Stratton. I know she's fun to watch, but man, she's kind of boring without her without her title, and I don't know. I'm not feeling it yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. So, anyways, besides that, she's gonna try to win the women's championship. So we'll see if she's gonna win tomorrow, and we'll make some bets later on of who do we think is gonna win that. So, anyways, Asuka, I think she's gonna be a lot of fun being the Elimination Chamber. She better do her green mist. I think she will, and it's gonna be a lot of fun to see that for tomorrow. I'm really excited for that. So, anyways, Tiffany Stratton has a match with Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane loses, of course, and I don't know, man. Kairi's like a fucking. At least she's like a beating ragdoll, just getting beat up all the time in every match. But hey, I'm sure she likes it. I'm sure he gets a lot of money for it. So why the heck not, right? Miz with Obafemi. I think they're just hyping up Obafemi, obviously. And, it's like the same every week. He goes in there, beats them up, and that's pretty much what happened, really. So he beats up the Miz and then takes the win, I guess. Something like that. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, I guess that's it. So that's basically what happened. Obafemi is going to probably be the one to retire Brock Lesnar, I really hope. Obviously, I think it's going to be, what's his name? I think it's going to be Gunther, but again, I hope I am wrong from that. I hope it's someone else. So we shall see what happens. I actually really don't know what's gonna happen, but it should be pretty good. It should be pretty good from what I've heard. So we'll see from there and how that goes, right? And of course, again, we have Carmelo Hayes versus Matt Carter. Again, I didn't really pay attention, to be honest. I think the United States champion's kind of boring. But Carmelo Hayes did win, and Matt Carter did pretty well for the most part. So I had a lot of fun with that, I guess, to watch for a bit. And of course, we're still wondering the mystery boxes. We'll find out tomorrow. I have no idea what it's going to be. Didn't really care too much, to be honest. If it's Vince McMahon coming out of the box, oh my god, it'd be fucking hilarious if that was the case. So that'd be kind of funny. Of course, Candice LeRae and Jordan Grace. I love what they're doing with their characters, with Candice's husband just being dead weight and just depressed. I think it's fucking funny. I think it's really funny stuff. I thought it was super funny, so I think it kind of worked out in favor. So that was fun. Of course, Candice gets distracted and he loses to Jordan Grace. So there you go. And of course, again, we have the Rio versus Lash Legend Nia Jax. I'm gonna be honest here. I kind of had a feeling the Nia and Lash were going to win. I just had a feeling because they've been doing so well as a tag team. I think they deserve it. And like I said, Rio doesn't really need tag team champs. They really don't. But I did not expect to rip Rhea getting pinned by Lash. But it's a good push. It's a very good push. I think they could do a lot with it. Now the tag teams are on SmackDown, so it should make the women's division kind of more fun, and maybe give it back to Charlotte and Alexa. But speaking of which, Charlotte Flair is super funny with freaking being depressed. I think it's super funny, and I like what they're doing with it. Remy, I love getting smashed. Me too. So I really do like Charlotte Flair, being depressed. I think it's kind of funny, to be honest, and her eating ice cream. Very great segment. I think they're taking a nice break and just being entertaining, so I thought it was kind of fun. Jade Carter, I have no idea what's going on. Julia and Kiana James is kind of fun to watch now. It'll be kind of fun since Kiana's going to be the Elimination Chamber, so it'll be kind of fun with them there. Now, the one thing I do want to mention was the Jacob Fatu scene warmed up backstage. Cody Rhodes coming out, and Sami Zayn coming out. I don't like Sami Zayn. I thought he's kind of, stupid. I know they're trying to push this, his turning heel kind of moments. So I don't know. There might be a heel turn coming soon with Sami, but I don't like Sami. I don't give a shit about him. So to be honest, I don't really care. But it's funny to see him just suffering and being a little bitch. You again, welcome in. Good. So anyways, the last match we had the Logan Paul versus Jacob Fatu for the spot for the Elimination Chamber. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. I knew Logan Paul was going to take it. I really wanted Jacob to win, but I knew Logan Paul was going to take it because they have to somehow push the division. Now, the funny part about this was the masked guy comes out again. And to be honest, the masked guy coming out, it was totally fake. It was just some random guy I had no idea who it was. And I thought it was kind of funny. Logan's like, who the fuck are you? Right? And I think they're obviously just, crossing out the storyline for the masked man. Because most of the Vision people are injured. So the 3 of them are injured anyways. So there's really no point. And it's pretty dead. So I think they're kind of scrapping it for now till, Braun and Bronson get better. And yeah, they're totally just getting rid of the storyline. But I do think it was kind of funny that there was just some random guy. So I thought it was hilarious. So anyways, let me know in the comments what you thought about SmackDown this week. And of course, the next video we'll probably get into will be the Elimination Chamber. So we'll get to that. Alright, so it looks like we got the Elimination Chamber Chicago tomorrow at 4 p.m. And yep, this is the same Chicago that the Chicago Bears are leaving. Gee, I wonder why they're leaving. Go figure. So they're having that tomorrow. I'm probably going to watch it because, why the hell not? So the first match we got going, and we're going to do some bets here, who we think is going to win. Becky Lynch versus Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Champion Elimination Chamber 2026 hype package. Yep, so looks like they're going to be having a match. I don't know how I feel about this, but I think I wouldn't be surprised that AJ is going to win it. AJ is probably going to take the win. There's a really good chance she will, but she'll probably be like a part-timer with the belt, but she's probably going to win the Intercontinental title until WrestleMania. And they'll probably have a rematch at WrestleMania, and Becky will probably win that one as well. I think it's kind of a stupid storyline. I think it's super silly. I think it's kind of dumb, but I'm like, whatever. It might be what it is, right? CM Punk versus Finn Balor. Obviously, CM Punk is going to win. Because, well, he's got to go against Roman Reigns, right? So, I don't even know what we're doing in this match. I don't know what we're doing with Finn Balor. He's just kind of there now. I hope they get somewhere with the storyline, but I mean, obviously CM Punk is gonna win the world title again. Again, I don't care for CM Punk either. He's been kind of stupid lately. He's a good entertainer, but I don't really care for the match as well. So we'll see what happens on that one. But I think CM Punk's gonna take it. And Elimination Chamber between the women's. So we have Rhea Ripley, Kiana James, Tiffany Stratton, Asuka, Raquel, and Alexa Bliss. This is gonna be really good. I'm giving it to Raquel. I think Raquel's gonna win it. I think it's gonna Raquel. I think they're doing pretty well with her. I think Raquel will, win probably and try to go for the women's champion. Or, well, I mean, now they're not tag teams anymore. Rhea could probably take it, to be honest. So that could be a shock, and that would be crazy because if Rhea wins, well, holy shit, Smackdown, baby, that's crazy. I think it's gonna be Raquel though. I'm betting my butts on Raquel. I think Raquel has been doing super well, but as much as I want Raquel to win, I know they're probably going to do a thing where they're gonna make drama with Liv. So I'm gonna take that back, and it's gonna go to, well, I think it's gonna probably go to Rhea. Rhea sells tickets. Rhea's got to go somehow in the WrestleMania. It's gonna probably be Rhea. Now for the men's match, Cody Rhodes versus Javon Evans, Trick Williams, Randy Orton, and not Jey Uso. It's gonna be Logan Paul now, and LA Knight. This is gonna be pretty big. Now it kind of sucks, but and going against Drew McIntyre WrestleMania, this is gonna be a tough one. I think it might be. I don't want to say Cody Rhodes, but I feel like it's gonna be Cody Rhodes. But I'm gonna do the opposite. I think will be really good. Oh, I should do. I think they could do something really crazy if they put Javon Evans. That could be huge for just to elevate his ass. That could work. Or LA Knight. That could be good too. I think they could probably go with LA Knight just because the Vision is pretty much dead. So I think LA Knight could actually go back to SmackDown if he wins, right? I think it's going to be LA Knight. That could be huge. So I'm going to give it to LA Knight. I think he might win this one. I think it'd be pretty good for that one. But yeah, overall, like, that's pretty much it for the predictions. That's what I think for tomorrow. But we'll see tomorrow, and we'll make a video on that next.